to Wolf Farms. I'm Dawn, also known as Knittin' Wolf.
And I'm James, also known as Wolf Photo. This podcast is brought to you by Wolf Farms. You can find us at www.wolffarms.net. Each month we have a scent of the month, and we're coming into March, so it's a new month. And this month we have pomegranate. So pomegranate is the scent of the month. You can get 25% off any of our pomegranate scented items. I know that's one of our more popular scents, so hopefully you guys will come and take advantage of that. But we have candles and bath salts and soaps, lotions, lip balms, all sorts of good stuff in pomegranate. And we're heading into spring here soon, so that'd be a good springtime soon. Everybody likes that. So, and we have other.
My grandma's favorite.
Oh yeah,
she won't use anything but pomegranate.
We've tried. She just likes pomegranate.
I go, so. We have 40 some odd other scents. Oh no, pomegranate.
Yep. So it gets grandma's thumbs up.
Yeah.
So swing on by and check that out and our other sales items. But always good stuff available to you if you come and visit our store. So.
Yep. And welcome to new viewers. Thank you for checking us out. And welcome back to returning viewers and putting up with us. So farm happenings.
Farm happenings. So, well, I'll start with the busyness here. As you can see, I'm a little tan. Weather has actually been beautiful all weekend long. So I've actually been out working on my trees. The wind's not blowing, or it hasn't been, so I could actually get all of the water pipe in the ground for our trees. And so I just now have to just plant the trees because I had to backfill with the tractor and stuff. And so now everything's done. I just got to put the trees in the ground. So after this podcast, that's what I'll be out there doing, digging holes and putting trees in. So get at least, let's say I put one in already. I got 12 ready to go, and I got one more that I have to uproot another tree. But so far, one down, 13 to go, and 12 are probably going to get in the ground today. So, and then we'll be happy trees for the springtime.
Now, do you put the B12 in each of them?
Yeah, I'll put B12 in there to keep them from going into shock. Right now, they're asleep because of the winter time. They're basically haven't started to bud, but some of them are actually. We have some of our trees are really starting to bud out. All of our apricot trees are flowering now. We have a plum tree that's flowering too. So because it was like 80 degrees yesterday, and then it gets down to 30 in the morning. It's pretty wide swings, which happen this time of year. So our trees are a little confused, but we always get a late freeze, and unfortunately we end up losing anything that flowers this early. It ends up getting burnt by the frost. But so far so good, and hopefully we don't get too cold where they can, provide us some fruit.
Well, that
Fingers
makes you
crossed.
sound better this week.
Yeah.
Past week he's been all snotty, and I'm like, oh, please don't get it.
Yeah. Well, I think I got it from you. I blame you for that one. But yeah, I was just congested. I wasn't feeling bad. I was just plugged up, and I thought because of the wind and everything last weekend that it may have been allergy related. But, it stuck with me all week long, and so I think it might have been a touch of the cold, but sneezing and but I don't feel bad, so it's like, I can't sit idle.
No.
That's the way I roll.
Not much happened here. I did a lot of homeschool paperwork, but
yeah.
And then Thursday night, late at night, Fuji. We have a sunk-in living room and a sunk-in family room, and I was in the Wolf Farm area doing orders and stuff, and she was sitting right. It's one step,
about 6-inch step.
Yeah. And she was sitting there, and, and then she just kind of was going to come on in and hopped up, but her back leg got kind of,
I think it just
bumped it, or...
I'm not sure what she did, but she basically was just sitting there, sit up, jumped up onto the Wolf Farm area, and then started crying.
Yeah.
and she wouldn't use her back leg at all for the rest of the night. So we ended up having to take her to the vet the following day. And they said that this is common in small dogs, but her kneecap will not stay in the area that it needs to. It's going to float, and she won't walk on it as long as it's not stabilized. And so, the only option is to either have surgery to correct it, or she'll get used to running around on 3 legs. And Fuji's Dawn's baby. Yeah. And so we're going to bring her in on Monday, which is today if you're watching us on the first day that this goes up. But we'll be taking her in for the surgery to have her leg fixed. And so this should set the kneecap into place where it doesn't float around, and then it's actually better for her long term because she's still young. And this will basically be kind of get things set now, because down the road it'll just be harder and harder to correct that, and that it can, if you don't fix it, it could cause other issues like arthritis and stuff like that. So it's just best to take care of it. So we're going to take her in and have that done, and then she'll be basically
2 to 3 months recovery.
Yeah, it's a long-term recovery because they don't want them jumping or running, or basically you have to really just keep them contained for a period of time to allow that repair to just basically set.
Yeah, because they can easily knock it and ruin the whole surgery.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they said her weight was probably a factor because she's a little overweight.
She's fluffy.
She's well loved. But
the doctor still said only 3 pounds, so it's obviously not that much overweight.
Well, she said 10 would be better than 14.
She was 13.7.
Okay, well, 13 and a half. But we did have her tested for thyroid to see if she has a thyroid issue too. So they're running blood work, and you'll find out about that either today or tomorrow when you go in, and see if we need to start her up on medicine and stuff. But so it's been this weekend. We've been, trying to keep her. Actually, they gave us some pain medicine, which is making her sick. Well, it wasn't making her sick. She just didn't feel well.
She had the runs.
I don't know. Well, you know that. But she wasn't eating and stuff.
Yeah, she hasn't ate since Thursday until this morning.
Yeah, we didn't give her a pill last night, and now she's acting more normal and eating and stuff. So I don't think she was in that much of a pain. She doesn't act like she's, hurting or anything. So I'm just concerned after the surgery that, because she's going to be in pain, that hopefully we can get something that will take care of that and still leave her appetite in place.
I got a pretty little pink playpen to put her in so I can move it around with, because she's so used to following me everywhere. So
yeah,
I can bring her with me, because you're supposed to cage them, put them in a cage so they can't have much freedom to walk. So
yeah, and this we need to kind of restrict her.
She's a monkey.
Well, she's
so used to jumping onto the couch, onto the back of the couch, onto the living room couch to get up in the window to wait for him. It's...
Yeah, so she's going to be basically on lockdown for at least 2 months, and probably Dawn will err on the side of caution because that's her baby and she wants to make sure that everything's taken care of. But at this point, that's what's going to happen tomorrow. So that was our farm happening. That's
our biggie.
Yeah. So we'll hopefully have good news on Monday that everything went well. I'm sure this is a common thing. It's not unusual, and it's something that happens pretty regularly with these smaller dogs that they have knee issues. So
doesn't happen to my baby.
Yeah. There are worse things that could happen. This is correctable, so it's just a matter of having it done, and then keeping her confined for that period of time. So So you should be fine.
I've been a mess all weekend.
Yeah. I keep explaining it is correctable, so it's not that big of a deal. That go in and have it fixed, and she'll be fine. Don't worry. So
Yes, I
in
am,
the
but
coop.
I mean...
So in the coop,
to you.
yeah, I know you're not listening to me.
In the coop.
Do you want me to go first?
I'm just trying to get focused.
Yeah,
on
well,
my
let me go
notes.
first. I didn't do any work on my camera. I still got the pieces over here from last weekend. I didn't.
You have pieces everywhere. You have it on
Yeah,
other
because I didn't bring everything over, but I still have my pieces of my camera. My camera has not been assembled. I haven't even finished all the knitting on it. So yeah, you know, you get a project that just doesn't sing to you, and this one's
I think
more.
there's a nice receptacle that just needs to go into.
Wonder if I can enter that as a snuggle. What do you think?
For
A mouse snuggle. But anyway, so yeah, I'm still looking at it here, and I haven't done anything on it. But I did start on a washcloth. It's called the I Heart DW dishcloth, and this is from the Doctor Who series. So, or you know, I don't know if you can see the.
I just printed it on black and white.
Yeah, but it's got a, you know.
But DW can also.
Don Wolf, yeah, it's double meaning there. Maybe I should have done it out of red, but basically I'm doing it out of blue cotton, you know, 100% cotton because it's a dishcloth, and I'm kind of moving along. I'm probably about a quarter done.
Sorry, excuse me.
You're squeaking over there.
You just started last night.
Yeah, I just did this last night because I needed something to
We
show.
both started it.
Yeah, and you know what? We're both on the same row. Of course, she got to that row a lot quicker than I did.
Oh, I wanted you to.
Yeah, where she's wanting to rate. Yeah, look at this. She's giving me the handicap. So, but anyway, so I've got through, and I don't know how well you can see that, but that's the bottom of the D and the bottom of the W. Let's see if I can get some shadow on there. But see the D and W. But yeah, so it's it's an easy knit. I'm just moving along, and I'm asking questions about.
He's already trying to redesign it.
Yeah, I want to do another one because the way the pattern works, and I don't know if this is common for ones that have embossed things in it, but it's like one row is all like, I don't want to give too much about the pattern
a free
away.
Pattern, so.
Oh well, shoot, howdy. But it's like one row, you do all of your knits and purls to get the pattern, and then the return is all purl, except for the frame, the outer border. And I'm thinking, well, why don't you just, on the return, where your pattern is, you do a knit on those, because you're going to basically, one side of your stockinette has one pattern, so you'd be looking like this, and then on the back side it's like this. And so essentially if you did, instead of just purling all the way across where your pattern is, you did a knit, then you basically put the stockinette pattern on the opposite side. So you'd still get the whole design because the knit pattern would be different, and it would still raise, it would still bump up. So I want to redo this, but kind of put in on the return row, instead of all purl, actually following the pattern backwards and doing knits to see if you can get more solid, because right now it's kind of, you see lines through the lettering.
Yeah, but it would still be as bumpy on one side.
It would still elevate. So I want to try that and see my gears. See, this is.
I just knit the
pattern. Yeah, and you wonder why I'm slow. I'm sitting to think, why am I doing this? So, but anyways, I want to try that. But so far, it's going. I should actually finish this by next podcast.
Well, and Sock Bunny Kimberly of the Sock Bunny Knit and Fit podcast is having a sci-fi knit along, so that's why I kind of picked the
Doctor
Who.
Wow.
So, and that's till March 15th.
Wow.
So you think you can get her done by March 15th?
I think I can muddle my way through it. I may actually have two.
Ooh,
Maybe I'll do the other one. If you got red cotton, I'll do I Love DW out of red because I love it.
I did, and then I thought, oh well.
Oh well. Doesn't match our kitchen. So anyway, so that's what I've got in my coop, and we'll see how far the camera gets by next week. I may sit here for me to show you next week that I haven't done anything on it.
Or may end up in the...
Yeah, it may disappear and I may forget all about it.
What did I do with that? So I'm doing the Bad Wolf dishcloth, and that's a Doctor Who reference. And plus we're wolves.
Yeah, you see the tie in there? There's always a...
And because I wanted to support Kimberly's podcast too. And so it just says Bad Wolf. And I'm doing this in green. Yeah, that's a Kimberly green too. It's one of her favorite colors. And so, yeah, I can't. Your needle longer or something? Are we comparing size?
Wow, look at that.
Ooh, here, I'll
stretch it. Ooh, look how much more I've got.
So, yeah, we started
we're all...
last night during bloopers.
Yeah.
That's
it was a movie. This last couple nights have been
sucky
really...
night TVs.
Yeah, the last couple nights have been really bad.
Yeah, what was that one? Taking Chances or...
Oh, yeah.
With the accepted boy.
Yeah, Taking Chances with... see, now you're going to... Yeah, him. Yeah. It'll come to me. Why can't I think of his name right now? I even told you that's who's in this. Yeah, anyways.
I don't know. It sucked. Don't watch it.
Yeah, it was Drag.
It's like, are you ready to turn this off? So then we turn it off and
we
put on Dollhouse. And all the episodes have been good. This one, it was like,
Yeah, it was into the future and it's like, but it was
44.
like...
You kept
like,
flipping back. Not even the same people, and
except for the main girl was in the only one. What's that? Yeah, and it was like, and so we put on the loopers last night. We were watching that, and that was it was better. It was more it was more entertaining, but it's not one that we'll probably.
I thought for sure with it having Bruce Willis, it would be.
Yeah,
he made it entertaining.
Yeah,
he looks so old in it though.
Yeah. So, our watching. But the good thing is, NASCAR racing, Phoenix. And
today you're going to make me cry.
Well, sorry.
That's today?
Yeah.
That's nice. Okay, what else is in my coop?
Yeah, what else? Well, now that we've got off track here. And this is going to be a quick podcast, by the way.
Yeah, very quick.
Yeah.
So this is the Color Affection. I worked on this, I think, one night. This is done with Cascade, Heritage, Gray, Turquoise, Orange. And so, yeah, there's my Dicky Doo, because I'm on the third striping color. So, yeah, not too much.
I see all your tangled,
it's a tangled mess. It's why I hate color work. I don't like any of it. So, yeah. It'll probably be a gift. I put a lot of my things in my gift pile, and then it'll just call to me to who it is. Yeah. So, yeah.
Cool. Coming along.
In my bag. In my mostly munchy silver pumpkin. I'm losing all my crap bag. This is a fun pattern. I could see this being done again in colors. And then I got some more.
You got a couple things going here.
Crap all over. This is the, I'll show the picture first. The Pomme de Pin by, for the washcloths, does it have a name on there? No.
Oh,
I
no.
do have it linked, and it was her real name's Lindsay because it had a funky name. But I do have it linked in the show notes. So this is the Palm to Pen cardigan by Amy Christoffers, and this was a gift from my buddy Nitty Witty Shell. This will get done sometime in the future. Because, yeah, this is, I threw it, I have it in my Sadie bag, my Chihuahua bag, all my yarn and everything, which is a, knitting's my bag. But I was going to the dentist and stuff, and the project was tiny, so I put it in my Apple Blossom chicken bag. And I'm getting attacked by...
It's right in your arm.
Yeah, it's crawling on me.
You're too wild.
Yeah. And this is Knit Picks, Galileo, and the Gem, whatever the...
Yeah, you like that yarn.
I do. I love this yarn. Right now it's on size 6 for the ribbing, knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, ribbing. Forever. Jimmy had a dentist appointment, so I got quite a bit done because I put my earbuds in, so...
To block out the world, huh?
Yeah. They go, we didn't even know you were here. I was in the corner camping and texting. So I got quite a bit, to me it's quite a bit done because I knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, hi Chica. So there's that. Which that's gonna be just such a luxurious, because that's bamboo and merino, and it's just so soft and silky and just.
You were commenting how much you
I
were
just
enjoying
love it.
that.
Yeah. So then I also started. This is in my Elizabeth Quinton bag that she gifted me, and the colors were just perfect for this yarn. This is the Cyborgs Craft Room Josh yarn without borders. And it just matched. And this is doing this on size 4 Addies. These ones don't stink. These are like when they first came out.
Smells like fresh needles.
This is the Farbenfroh by Kimberly Gintar. And there's a picture of Kimberly. Also Kimberly of the Giving Flower podcast. And this pattern is so flippin' awesome. I am in love with it. And I loved her other pattern. I wrote her and told her that her patterns are so clear, so well written, they're beautifully styled.
When there's an unusual technique, you say she pictures how to do it so that you know which...
Because even certain techniques, there are different ways that different people choose to do it. Mm-hmm. And it's so nice having the little pictures of, oh, okay, this is how she's wanting it to get this certain effect. And this is just beautiful. The marker's only there to know right side from wrong side.
That'll help.
Yeah.
You can see the...
Oh, that looks cool. That looks even neater. But yeah, this
backlit.
is... Yeah, oh, yay. But yeah, this is one full repeat of the pattern. And yeah, I'm just loving it. I'm loving the yarn. I'm loving how the colors. And so, yeah, super happy project. And I started quite a bit this week, didn't I? I almost started one more that I'll talk about later, but so yeah,
it's on a roll.
It furts perfect in here. So,
is that all that's in your coop?
Wow, I got through that pretty. I told you quick.
Yeah.
So then,
is that? Oh, that's a flown.
Yeah, that's flown the coop. Going right to the.
Yeah, we're just moving right along.
So this is Pigeon Roof Studios.etsy.com in the Gooseberry Jam. This is some old stuff. I got it in a D-stash, and it's merino. I got 218 yards, 2-ply, 15 wraps per inch. So hearing Fuji jumping on something. So, yep, it's really funky. I don't know. I'm the colors. I'm just not that impressed.
Well, you don't like muted colors like that. You like more of the vibrant.
Yeah.
You like more of the bright and not
haven't
more.
Showed that yet.
I didn't either. Take that. Pretend like you didn't see that.
So
you like the bright colors.
It's spun nicely.
Yeah.
Jimmy likes the colors.
We had fun spinning that.
I think it'll make a perfect. I keep seeing Greta the cat.
Well, I was gonna say you like using handspun on your.
I considered putting this
toys
in the shop, but I keep the whole time I'm seeing that Greta the cat, the Rebecca Danger pattern, and
yeah, I know you like using your handspun for
that.
that.
In the shop.
So that's the only thing that's full in the cube?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I didn't do.
Yeah, well, you started a lot.
Yeah, I
just
started.
didn't finish.
Yeah,
I know you were going on about knit one, pro one, hit one, pro.
Yeah,
you're trying to get this. That's a long.
Mm-hmm.
So mix it up.
Yep. So squeal like a pig, since you almost showed it anyways. I got a package in the mail the other day, and this is from Knit Psycho of the Knit Psycho Knits podcast. And cute little card. And I got her addicted to the gimbal jelly beans. She still lost weight though. So even if you eat those jelly beans, you can still lose weight.
Everything in moderation, remember that. So.
But since I didn't go to Stitches this year, and she got me some yarn, because she's just a sweetheart, and I love my Manda. That's why I name all my farm animals after her. So she got me, and I squealed so loud. I'm quite verbal even by myself. This is Knitting Rose in the Budding Sock yarn, and it's 10% bison and 90% superwash merino, and it's knittingrose.net. And the colorway is Miss
Kinnish.
Miss Kinnish.
That's what I would say.
Oh, Jane's already. Look at this.
No, they didn't see it. That was just.
I know. Yeah, they didn't see it.
ESP. They were envisioning what they were going to see later on the podcast.
I don't know if the card will.
There we go.
But yeah, I've been wanting some of her yarn, and it's got to be something.
Shawl cowl or something, huh?
Yeah, something up.
Well, you wanted to do the same, the Zuzu petals. Maybe that would be a good one. Zuzu petal or something.
No, that needs thicker yarn.
No.
So there was something I had thought of. Ugh. Now I can't remember. and then she sent her snuggle. So I'm going to turn that in with
the other ones?
Yeah.
Cool.
And this is she told me the yarn. Oh, it's Norville, I think. Just from like Joann's. But feel how soft, that's acrylic. I'm like, forget the cat. I want to snuggle with this. And then she sent you something, and I'm dropping everything. She sent you something.
Oh, yep. So it's my.
So I'm totally out of frame.
Am I leaving the note on here? Or?
No, you can take the note.
She had sent me the Hiya Kitty Snips. It's a little. Try and get that word.
She knows you like red.
Yeah, I like red, and I'm always stealing your scissors when I'm knitting because I don't have my own. So now I have my own. So thank you. I'll put that with my my knitting project bag stuff. So that way I don't have to keep stealing yours because you don't always get it back after I get done.
I know.
So thank you for that.
Wow.
Hey, Sadie. Wow.
Sadie's,
the family dog is coming and wants to be part of the podcast. You going to get up here?
Yeah, I'll pee on you.
Get up here.
You say hi. Wow. Hey, say hi. Can't see you.
There's Sadie.
Say hi.
How you doing?
Miss Friendly now.
Oh, yeah, I gotta get the kisses now, huh?
Yeah. Well, I know.
So.
So you gotta come visit.
Guest star. You ready to get down?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like,
Oh, I know. Oh, you're so spazzy. You're so spazzy.
thank you, Amanda. And then I got gifted a pattern. She's like freaking out now. From Kimber Lolly. She had a softy knit along. And so she gifted me her Gardenia, the Giving Flower, and Walter, the Watering Can, which just cracks me up. And this is the cutest. Look at that. I want to do Gardenia in a sunflower colors for my kitchen. So there, I'll get the glare off. Sorry, but it is. It just cracks me up. I mean, how can you not smile at that? You know, it's like perfect.
And you said that's pretty good size pattern.
She said it was like, the dimensions, 12 and a half high.
Yeah.
So that's
a foot,
big old hunking
more
flower.
than a foot tall.
Yeah. So that'll look cute.
Cool.
So that'd be a perfect thing, you know, if you wanted to send someone flowers even that, you know, just die, that you could knit this and send it to them.
And they'll have it for...
Yeah. So, cool. Super, super cute. So.
Now where are we at?
Picking on the farm.
Okay, well, one more addition to my Picking on the Farm, getting to know your camera. Wanted to talk a little bit about the flash. I know I've covered kind of flash photography in a prior Picking on the Farm, but I wanted to cover kind of some of the settings that are on your camera and what you can do with those and things to consider when you're taking flash photography. So if you're using something, you know, a little point and shoot camera like this, there's generally not a whole lot of settings that you have on there, but you probably have the on-off auto settings, you know, whether it's going to come on automatically for you, whether you force it on or where you force it off. Some cameras have other settings like fill flash and those things. So let me kind of go into some of that, and then I'll actually talk about the additional flash that you can get if you're using a 35mm and things you can do with that. On your little point and shoot, you know, handheld built-in flash, basically there's some things you need to consider when you're taking the flash, and that is the flash is pretty much in line with the lens, and so it doesn't give a lot of depth of field to the, you know, what you're taking a picture of. It basically doesn't give you any shadowing, so you can't get a sense of, you know, you kind of lose that three-dimensional quality that you may get from, you know, natural lighting and stuff, but sometimes you don't have that option. I covered ISO setting, and you can sometimes adjust that up to take a picture indoors or in a darker situation where you don't have to use light, so the lighting is a little more natural. And so that's one of the things that you might want to consider, as opposed to turning the flash on or setting it to auto, is bumping that up a little bit, considering that there may be a little trade-off in the quality of the image because of, you know, the amplification of the signal. So you get some artifacts, what they call artifacts in the image, and it degrades the quality a little bit, but it's the trade-off, you know, that you need to consider. One of the other settings on the flash is the fill flash, and let me kind of explain to you what that is. The way this fill flash works is the camera will read how much lighting is in, so you can actually use fill flash indoors or outdoors. And what it does is the camera will read the available light, and it sets the shutter speed and the, you know, all of the settings on the camera for what's available. And then in the fill flash, it will actually flash the flash, but at a lower level than the available light. So it just kind of fills in. It kind of helps in the shadow areas bring out some detail that you wouldn't otherwise see because it's too dark. But basically that's what fill flash will do, is kind of fill in the shadowy areas, but it doesn't wash out the image. It's not going at the same, it's not outputting the same amount of light as what's available. Just, it's like what I would consider one stop down, it's like one notch below where it should be, just to kind of fill in for where your shadows are. So it helps kind of make a little more detail in those shadow areas. So that's kind of what your fill flash is. I think that pretty much covers it. Things to consider. One of the other things on there is the red eye. I wanted to kind of talk about what red eye does. A lot of the cameras nowadays have the red eye reduction, or they have automatic red eye correction. So the red eye reduction, basically what happens with red eye is when the flash is in line with the lens, it basically your eye acts as a mirror. And so when the flash flashes, it hits the back of your eye and it bounces back out into the lens, and it basically shows up as being red to the lens. And that's basically what red eye is. And this happens a lot because you're using flash when it's dark. When it's dark, your eye is dilated, so your pupils expand, and there's a lot more of your eye open to reflect off the inside part of your eye back to the camera. And so that's basically what happens with red eye. And so what the cameras do now for red eye reduction is they'll have a momentary flash before they take the picture, and it causes your eye to not dilate. It condenses, so you get a smaller pupil. So there's less area for the light to go in and bounce back to the lens. And so that's basically how red eye reduction works. The downside to red eye reduction flash technique is that sometimes your subject, because this is people only, you only have the red eye issue with people, is that they see the first flash and they think, oh, the picture's done. And then so you end up getting the side, you have to warn them.
Animals.
Huh? Yeah, but the animals won't listen to you when you tell them it's going to flash. Wait till the second flash before you relax, because some cameras do it a little more quicker than others, but some people will see that first flash and think the picture was taken. That's not always the case. So you need to, if you're going to use that on people, it's good to let them know that it's going to flash twice. Otherwise, you're going to end up doing the picture again and say, oh, wait, you got to hold off.
Movement, yeah.
Yeah, so that's one thing to consider. And then some cameras actually have a digital correction for red eye. It senses, the people in there. It determines where their eyes are, and it will automatically correct. In other words, it'll black out where those red eye, happen. And that's something that's done in the camera. So if your camera has that functionality on the digital side, you don't need to use the red eye reduction, but everybody will look like their eyes are dilated to a point because it doesn't shrink the pupils down when they take the picture. So that's one thing to consider. And then on flashes, if you have a 35 millimeter camera and you have an external flash, such as this that mounts into the hot shoe on the camera, there's a couple things that you can do to improve your flash photography as well. Most of them will aim forward, so they'll be pointing directly at the subject. But one thing to consider is using the bounce. If your flash actually has the bounce capability, what basically that will do is it will bounce the light off of the ceiling. If you have nothing above you, bounce will do nothing for you, because ideally the bounce flash will hit your ceiling and it actually diffuses the light. It makes it look more natural, and it actually fills out more of the room, and so it will actually make it, you see more in the room. The downside to bounce flash is that the light's coming from above and you get shadows on the face. So one thing that you can do, they make a lot of aftermarket accessories that you can get for your flash, little light domes and little soft boxes you can attach or whatnot. Or you can just get a piece of foam core, like I do, and put a little Velcro on there, and you can actually attach that to your flash. And what this does is it bounces some light forward while still bouncing it off the ceiling. So basically it'll fill out the room and it bounces light forward. So this acts like a fill flash, and it kicks light forward to fill in those shadows, so it looks a little more natural. And so, but one thing you got to consider is the shape of the ceiling. So if you're doing bounce flash and you have vaulted ceilings, the flashlight's going to bounce to whatever direction. Think of playing pool, right? Whenever you shoot a ball against the cushion, it's going to make identical angular bounce from where you're bouncing to. Well, the light's the same way. So if you're flat ceiling, you bounce up, it's going to come straight down. If you have a vaulted ceiling that's vaulted like this, the light's going to go up, and then it's going to bounce out, according to the angle. So that's basically what happens. But those are some techniques that you can try with your flash if you have an external flash that has the bounce capability to it basically will fill out the room, because most of the cameras will read the light as it's going off the flash. A lot of the modern cameras will actually read as the flash is going, and as soon as it senses it gets enough light, it turns off the flash. And so when you do bounce flash photography, it just basically shoots more light out there because it's getting spread, and once it reads that everything's been, the exposure's been correct, it'll turn that off. That's why straight flash doesn't work very well. It doesn't show you what's behind it, because as soon as it hits a subject that it reads, as soon as that subject's properly exposed, it turns off. But everybody behind them is all in the dark, and everybody, So those are things to consider. So not a whole lot to play with, on the smaller cameras, the handheld ones, but there are more options with the 35 millimeter or some of the more advanced cameras. But that, I think, is about all I have, for the flash stuff. But things to consider when you're dealing with your flash and how to set that up.
Is it still called a 35 millimeter when it's digital?
Sorry. SLR. Digital SLR. Yeah, I'm back in the Stone Age. I have not progressed, but yeah, and it actually works the same way for film too. So if you're still using film, same thing. So the techniques work regardless of whether it's film or digital. But some of the more advanced cameras have more options that you can use. But most people may not know about the fill option and what that really does. And that's kind of the same thing that your bounce flash with that card, will do as well. It'll kick out some fill light on the front end, make it look a little more natural. So,
if you're hearing jingling, it's Sadie's collar, because she has the microchip and the
yeah, I don't know why
she's just all over the place, and it's distracting. She always just sits either on the couch or on the bed, and it's like she is all over.
Yeah, I don't know her issue. That's why she came by to say hi.
Yeah, it's like, maybe the kid's bugging her. So where are we?
We're
in the arena. So I only have the one knit-along to mention first. I know I'm skipping further on into it. And that is the Remembering Remy. And I was hoping we would both have a preemie hat casted on, but we don't yet.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. The yarn's out. Pattern's out. Nothing has bloomed.
Our weekend has been a little disrupted.
I see it's going to be disrupted for the next couple months. So.
Yeah.
But Knitting Brooklyn is having a knit-along teaming up with Remembering Remy from February 23rd to May 29th. I've been linking the information. She has it linked in her podcast too. So knit some preemie hats. And we have the Hatchinit February drawing.
Yeah.
February drawing. And that is for 2 Wolf Farm gift certificates for $10 a piece. And the first winner was number 222. That cracked me up. Because I think there was like 358 entries this month for the Hatchinit. And that was Ange is Hip, which is Andrea. So she did the gardenia pattern. I think she test knitted it.
Okay.
And then the next number is number 89. It's the year I graduated. And that is 3 Trees, which is Sarah. And she did, it was her first time to do the baby surprise jacket. So, yay!
Cool. Good job.
So get in contact with me so you can give me, I need your email so I can send you each your gift certificate. Gift certificates.
Yeah, and thanks everyone who entered your knitting projects for February.
I've gotten real behind in my commenting, so just bear with me next couple months because it's not going to get any better. So then we also had the Snuggles project. Why are you looking at me weird?
Just keep rattling the table.
Oh, sorry. I'm like 2013, and everybody who entered is a winner. All 33 people is a winner in the Wolf Farm group. See, we didn't tell you that.
Yeah.
And those that didn't win the big prizes, contact me and we will give you a 25% off coupon for the Wolf Farm shop. So you can, anything that's not on sale, you can use that.
Any of our lopes,
Like, huh?
soaps, lotions, bath salts, lip balms, candles, and we'll give you 25% off. So contact us and we'll give you the coupon code for that if you participated in the snuggle.
If you entered a snuggle, we had 33 people and we had 111 snuggles entered.
Great
so
job.
that is just
a lot of happy
awesome.
animals. So.
Yeah.
But
so
you've got the winners. So
yes, I do. The winner for which one do I got going first? The Wolf Farm gift certificate. I kind of cannot say that today for the life of me. Certificate. See if I go slow. For $20 goes to For Kitties Have I, which is Melanie. So,
hey, congratulations.
So contact me. Yes. Contact me with your email. The next prize, Volmise. And remember that if you did a 36 by 36, you got 2 entries for that.
Yeah.
So, this person had a crap ton. It had 5, 10, 15,
She had
35, 37 entries. Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I'm looking at all my
you're.
my hatch cross. What's that? Whatever. The numbers on the tally sheet. And this goes to Queen Ribbit.
Hey, good job.
Yay, which is Becca.
Yeah,
So
she had a ton of them in there. So yeah, she was working hard and
she's
lots
done.
of happy critters.
And also, if your name came up and you've already won the prize, you didn't win 2 prizes. So I did want to say that because
one prize per person for this contest.
So then we also had the Elizabeth Quinton bag, and this goes to Kathy G, which is Kathy. Yay!
All right.
And I got to get to my picture because I knew I'm going to forget this. Spun Too Tight, which is Ashley of the Spinners World podcast, donated her hand spun. It's a 2-ply. I think there is 240 some odd yards. I don't know exactly. But she will be sending this out to the winner. It's beautiful. And it goes to a Liz Stitches, which is Bet. So yay! So yeah, I didn't even get to touch it or feel it. She's going to be mailing that out because I'd have kept it. It is so pretty. So then we have one more, and this is for stitch markers. And they're little animals. 2 of them have animals.
Okay.
Ooh, you're good.
Yeah, I know. What
Oh,
can I say?
We are so prepared. And one has a kitty, or looks more like a kitty or dog, and then paw print.
Let's see. I'll do it this way.
So,
Get it on the camera.
and these go to I Rock Knits, which is Corey. So yay!
Congratulations.
So that all need to mail out. So contact me when you hear your names for your prizes, and I just thank you guys. I've thanked you each week, those who have participated and took the time to knit a snuggle or crochet a snuggle or sew a snuggle or snuggle. So thank you so much.
Yeah, that's 111 happy animals.
Yeah.
Cats, dogs, or whoever ends up with those are going to be, a little warmer and have a little more comfort in the cage, so wherever they're kept, so.
Yep.
good job.
So thank you so much. And
We like happy animals here at Wolf Farms.
so I did want to mention, I've been mentioning each week Lauren of the Limnit Crochet Podcast. That's what that colorful cow is for. And she had Susan Claudino designed a turtle to match Josh's artwork. And so this just came out this week. It's called Turtle Turtle. And here's a picture of it. And part of the proceeds go towards Lauren's fundraiser. And this is the artwork that she designed it from. To just show you how much, I mean, it is amazing. Susan just did an amazing job of this. So go buy it and knit it and favorite it and cue it so it gets to be one of the top ones of the pattern ratings on Ravelry. And I also wanted to, she has raised so far today $1,309. She's at 87% of her goal to the Histiocytosis Association. So woohoo!
Yeah,
We got till
almost
the
there.
end of March. I
Yeah.
think we can just blow this away. So, yep. And this is not even adding in the bags from Bird Leg Bags, part of that, or the part from the yarn from Cyborg's craft room, or even, Susan's patterns. So that is just, even one person, which I don't want to get into it. It can touch, even if it touched one person, it's made a difference, So,
Yep.
so yay. So participate in the color knit along. I've been linking that, and
Consider buying the pattern, or
pattern to do the little
the
turtle, and
donating for the the fundraiser, or buying one of Lauren's patterns, because that's going to help her
The
pay
shipping.
for the shipping on all the prizes that are going to go out. So, but yeah, just consider it. It's a good cause. So.
yep. So I think that's about it.
Is that it?
Yeah. How many minutes?
We got.
Well, I do have, since
It's going to be a short
it's a
podcast.
short one, but
Yeah,
I just
remind
wanted
you.
to mention this because,
No, it's fine.
Fuji's surgery is,
Expensive.
yeah. So this lady in the waiting room had mentioned this. It's not an insurance. It is called Pet Assure, and you get a card. You sign up for it. Like one animal is $99. More than 4 is $149.
Up to 4.
Up 4 or more. It said 4 or more.
No, I think it's up to 4.
Okay.
But either way, it's
You get 25% off, and that's for a year. $99 for one pet a year. So, and you get 25% off your office visits and exams, vaccines and shots, dental care, like if you had your dog's teeth cleaned, surgery, and that's spaying, neutering, emergency surgeries, hospitalization when they have to stay there. This is in network only, though. So it has a list of different vets that take this, so you can ask your vet or find out which vet around you. We just happened, so it is Pet Assure. I just wanted to mention that in case.
Yeah, it's not insurance. It's more like classify it more like a discount program.
Club kind of thing.
But basically they give you 25% off, and because, for us it's actually, to spend the $100 is actually saving us money, even though we have to spend $100 to join up. But, any follow-up stuff that we need to do with Fuji, then this basically covers and is a discount program that our vet participates in. So,
See, it says more than 4 pets.
more than 4 pets.
Select.
Change the number on the next page. This is up to 4. Includes up to, family plan is up to 4 pets.
of
Is
any
100
kind too. So this is dog, horse, other large animals, rodents, reptiles. So, you can check it out, petassure.com. I thought I would throw that out there because
a lot of people have pets.
yeah,
and,
it's a savings. So we didn't know about it. I did check into pet insurance.
Ooh. Yeah, basically, it's one of those things that, there's no value in it really. I mean, you end up spending, it was $40 a month.
Just for Fuji.
For one animal, and then $500 deductible. So
and that's as far as I looked once I.
Yeah, so at that rate, you're spending $1,000 a year if you had any type of surgery, and so it's like there's not a whole lot of benefit. This is you spend $100, but you get 25% off, and so any procedure that's $400 or more.
It is not medication though.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, they don't do that. So.
But yeah, so it's like I said.
But there's also, you get certain merchants on pet products or grooming or services if they're
part of this.
Yeah,
like I said, it's like a discount program. I that's how I classify it. So if they participate, they'll give you a discount. You get up to 25% off. Groomers, 10% off. It covers a lot of stuff that a lot of people have with their animals.
So I thought I'd throw that out there.
Something to consider if you're, spending a lot of money on your animals, and there's a way to save a little bit.
I know Knit One's Spin too just got a little black baby lab, so neutering is covered. Any kind of, you go into the office, that's either $40 to $50 right
If
there.
you're spending more than $400, then it's worth spending the $100 because you break even, and anything beyond that is savings. So stuff to consider.
So you can check your state. It has a whole list. So thought I would throw that out there and share the knowledge.
Share the information, yeah. All right, well.
So until next time.
Let's get cracking.
And hatch it.
Bye, y'all.